He's surrounded by a whole lot of strength. He's surrounded by a whole lot of love. And all he has to do is add discipline. And he's going to be...
Chow, just when we thought that things were slowing down in Diddy's camp, it appears as if he may have to add more gear cause he's got another bombshell on his hands. Bryshere Gray, baby. We were aware of Bryshere and Will Smith. And previously there were assumptions that what happened with Will Smith happened with Diddy too. But now there could be footage out there confirming how Diddy did brr. OMG. Okay, there have been a few blind items stating that Will Smith and Diddy forced Bryshere into freak-off sessions, similar to the ones with Cassie, against his will. Now, early on in Bryshere's career and in previous interviews, you can hear him referring to people like Diddy and Will Smith as his mentors. And I know that I have seen videos of Will Smith saying that Bryshere was his mentee.
Meek Mills. Bryshere Gray. Left that house screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed help.
However, it is now believed that both men were doing, what with Bryshere under the guise of mentorship. And after cutting off his relationship with both men, Bryshere felt as if he was blackballed from the music industry in Hollywood. With Will Smith, there have already been claims here and there that he was doing so much more than mentoring Bryshere.
Because of the artist that I just spoke to not that long ago that got invited to a party at their house. Everything was cool up front till they went to the back and there was a bunch of old young boys back there, all naked in the Wade house.
Jaguar even mentioned that she directly conversed with several young rappers who disclosed that the events hosted by figures like Will Smith and Diddy were utterly repugnant.
Okay. And she was saying the cops are outside. Okay. Called her, she's like, a lot of cops outside.
Allegedly, the same things Bryshere was going through with Will Smith, he was also going through them with Diddy. In fact, recently there have been reports of a lawsuit going around claiming that Will Smith and Diddy conspired to sabotage Bryshere's career and reputation, and that they owe him $50 million in damages. The lawsuit, which was filed in Los Angeles Superior Court, alleged that Will Smith and Diddy were jealous of Bryshere's success and talent, and that they used their influence and connections to spread false rumors about him, blacklist him from projects, and interfere with his contracts after using him. The lawsuit also accused the two of orchestrating Bryshere's arrest in 2020 when he was charged with DV after allegedly choking his wife and refusing to cooperate with the police. Why, all remember how that case was messy, right? Well, if you don't recall, let me just fill you in a little bit. So, when the incident happened, Bryshere initially refused to come out of the house, and a SWAT team and crisis negotiations team had to be called in to assist, and they eventually took him in for questioning. Now, it's not common for interrogation tapes to leak, but Bryshere's interrogation somehow leaked, and that only adds to the speculation that it may have actually been a setup. What's even worse was Bryshere's condition, because throughout the 2-hour interview, Bryshere's account of what happened constantly changed, and he said he went to his friend John's house to play football, and eventually, he was texted or called by a neighbor telling him of a major police presence at his home.
Talking about me, I gotta talk about Yaz too. Flip it over to Yaz. Yaz.
It appears to be a passage from a narrative where someone named Bryshere is being questioned by the police about someone referred to as Jay, potentially related to an investigation. He was also telling the cops that his wife tried to unalive herself a couple of times, and he was only trying to stop that from happening. He also said that the other person named Mark was the one hurting his wife. However, according to his wife, everything Bryshere was saying was not making sense because he had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and ADHD, but he refused to take his medication. She also said that Mark is a fake name Bryshere uses when he does not want to be recognized when he orders food from hotels. Again, like I said, it was very sus that this interrogation that completely humiliated Bryshere was leaked, so it's possible that whoever leaked it knew exactly what they were doing, which would back up the allegation by Bryshere that the entire arrest was orchestrated, possibly by Will Smith and Diddy. Anyway, based on the lawsuit that was allegedly filed, Bryshere's lawyer, Michael Anetti, said in a statement that his client was a target of a malicious and coordinated campaign by Will Smith and Diddy, who he called two of the most powerful and vindictive men in Hollywood. The lawyer also said that Bryshere had evidence to prove his allegations and that he was seeking justice and compensation for the harm done to his career and reputation. while sources close to Diddy and Will Smith dismissed Bryshere's claims as baseless and delusional and said that they had no personal or professional relationship with him. They also pointed out that Bryshere has a history of legal troubles and erratic behavior, and that he was trying to deflect attention from his own problems by suing them. However, nothing has been officially released to the media, and these claims have not been verified by court documents like Cassie.